when you talk about minutes of meetings, people first of all don't really know what goes into writing minutes of meetings. That problem has been very easily solved by your Google Docs itself. So if you just go to Google Docs from here, you will notice that it provides you with a template gallery. Now, if you click on it, you will notice that it has some very beautiful templates, such as a project proposal, a brochure, a newsletter, some agreements that you can draft, some training proposal documents, some resume, business letters. Correct? There are all of these beautiful templates which are carved out for you by Google Docs. And one of those use cases is actually your meeting notes. So you would find that there are these three copies which are given to you by Google Docs as a template. There's one here, the second one is here, and the third one is here. Let's just say that you want to go ahead with this one. Now, just a small glance at it can tell you what all basic elements are incorporated into writing minutes of meetings. Yeah. So if you notice, first of all, on top, you have your company name. Now, I see that a lot of people, all that they care about is just writing the agenda, writing the notes very effectively, writing the action items, and that's it. They don't really see that it also includes attendees. They don't see that it also includes the date, the time, the platform on which the meeting happened. Another very important aspect, the entire title of the meeting, people just miss out on that. So how can you write this very effectively? I'll quickly show it to you. Let's just say I am conducting an induction session for a new batch of trainees that is joining Wishup today. So first of all, in your company section, I will write Wishup because that's the name of the organization. Meeting name would be induction day 1. I will just remove these numbers because they are not really required there. Now here is where I will write the date of the call. So 3rd of May 2024. If that call is beginning at 8 p.m., I will write 8 p.m. Now here, this must have happened in a conference room, but because we are working out of a virtual setup, so here we will write Google Meet or any other meeting platform that you uh, prescribe to. Yeah. Now, in attendees, you need to write the names of people who have attended the call. Right. There's one more section that you can add here for the host, who is the organizer of the call. Right. So here you will start with the host if you don't want to add another separate section. So you can write Jatin Kelkar, you can write Shay, you can write Naveen, and then a couple of other people, whoever is joining the training. So this will be your list of attendees. These are the people who have joined your call. This should be followed by agenda. Now, agenda is basically the discussions that are going to happen on the call at that point in time, right? But this is different from the actual discussion that is conducted. Yeah. So agenda is something that you give before the meeting happens to everyone who is going to join the meeting. So here, let's just say that we are covering introductions, then we are covering Wishup organizational structure and history. Then we are covering uh, Wishup rules, right? Then we take a break and then we talk about the Wishup application. Now here I can say that we are covering your task creation, EOD reports, updating your profile. Yeah. So these are basically the points that are covered in the agenda. Now in notes, you can actually change this from notes to discussion points because that is a more relevant title to it or a heading to it. And then you can write everything in detail about whatever happens here. So whatever the discussion happens, you can write the summary of it, the gist of it, so that it will be useful for you when you look at it in retrospect in future, that okay, this was the discussion that happened, this is what the host talked about this point, this is what the host talked about this point, right? And then followed by that is the most important point of writing, your minutes of meetings, that is actionable items. Now, what is action items or actionable items? These are basically the responsibilities that are assigned to people on that given meeting. So let's just say trainees would have been told that join tomorrow on Slack, which is our common communication channel, then greet everyone good morning at a certain point, join our calls, at the right time. Please install Slack on your phone and everything. So these are basically what your actionable items are. These are your responsibilities that you need to carry out in the coming day or in the coming days, right? So you can either write them in numbered lists. There's another way in which you can do that, which is if you go to more option here, you will find that there is also a checklist menu that you can convert it into. So I can write uh, download and install Slack on phone, login through Wishup Gmail on your phone, then wish people good morning, anything. Yeah. So this will tell you that you are uh, you're aware of your responsibilities, and then once you're done with it, you can just go ahead and mark it as done. So whoever is assigned a certain responsibility, this was just one use case or one example that I've given to you. Whoever is assigned a certain responsibility, they can just come here and they can mark